think it was in favor. Was it? Fact is, NiP win this round to make it a 4 to 5 second half scoreline. And Forrest taking the AWP in his hands once more. Exist with a scar. With the autoscope. And Ence is playing with Joels as a stand-in, I think. Allery, Weiser, Xati, Sunny and Joels. I'm not quite sure if you know the lineup by NiP, but it's Forrest, Freiberg, Fiflaren, Exist and Get Right. And they simply spray down the attacking terrorists, make it 5 to 5. And this is looking a really close match. Now Ence need to push back into NiP and not let them run away with the scoreline. If NiP gets momentum, they are unstoppable. And Fiflaren is sitting at the top with 14 frags at the moment. Looking good for him. And Forrest with only 5. What is happening? He didn't turn on his hacks or what? Just kidding. Alu has 0 frags so far in his whole half, and that's not really what we are used to see from him. But maybe he's nervous, maybe he doesn't want to underperform, and that's exactly what he's doing then. Joes gets taken out by Forrest in the apartment push by the AWP, but Sunny with a 2-man spray down simply takes out Get Right and Exist as if they were normal bots. Wow, what a push by the terrorists. Now they Reviser with a push into pit, gets a frag onto Forest, but there's someone on the balcony spraying away. Freiberg getting in to the bomb site. 3-on-2 situation. Freiberg and Fiflaren taking the bomb site by storm. They've got 3 terrorists to work against. They work together quite nicely. Freiberg with the first one, but Xati with 2-man takedown in the end on this 2v1 against Fiflaren makes it a 6 to 5 scoreline in favor of Ence, and it would be a sensation to maybe use Tosspot's words for Ence if they take out NiP in this matchup. And it was 8 to 7 in favor of NiP, so Ence need 2 more rounds to take it to overtime and 3 more to win it. They trade even, but Get Right makes it a 3v2. Now Joes, it's all up to Joes. He gets a frag onto Get Right, makes it a 2v2, and Fiflaren on the rotation. Forrest is quite late on it, and he's coming from CT spawn as well. Fiflaren already in ruins. He's flying away, he's trying to make it happen alone, but now he needs to stick back. Forrest with a nade onto Joes. Gets him out of the game. Xati is spied by Fiflaren, and NiP is right back into the game. 6 to 6 the scoreline now. They're trading rounds back and forth. And it looks like, well, NiP doesn't really control them. They are relying on their single skills. And yeah, you might argue that they don't really use any strategies. Probably it's an online cup. I think they won the first 2. And it's not that important or stuff, but it's prestige, and as NiP you just don't want to lose a game like that. Sunny with the first frag on the Exist, but is quickly disposed of by Forrest. 4v4, and Forrest is down to 15 HP. Xati is sitting at the bench, securing the middle area, spraying away through the smoke, trying to capitalize on the low HP on Forrest. But he already rotated into library, and the CTs went for a 1-3 split. Freiberg alone at B, and the terrorists are still working in the middle area in the apartments. And Reviser is the one to face with Freiberg if he wants to push into the bomb site, and that's what he's thinking about. With his Galil in hand, he hops on the car to spy behind the concrete sandbags. Not seeing anyone though. Now he spied Freiberg. He forced the rotation by Get Right, who was explaining that in one of the pro tips series. And now he's rotating back towards, he's not quite sure where to go though. The terrorist already on A, Fiflaren spraying away into apartments. He does get a frag onto Xati, but they get taken out by Alu's grenade. Now Forrest with a double AWP shot, and Get Right with a finishing frag onto Revisor. 7-6, and NiP have the winning round. They have match point against ENCE. Still ENCE with some great display. They are on a scoreline of 13-15 against NiP, and they might even get a foot into that round. If they win this echo round against NiP, I would eat some spaghetti. Fiflaren gets a frag onto Alu. Xati is taken out before by Forrest already. Get Right gets a frag onto Revisor and Sunny. He's just a machine. He was caught off guard, to be honest, with a nade in his hand. Still he pulled off his double kill, and Joe is now standing alone against NiP. He gets a second one, maybe he can ace them. Let's watch him, let's watch Joel's. Oh, he's camping first. Awesome. Forrest already spied him, and now NiP take the last round, and this seems like it was 8-7 in favor of ENCE in the first half. So ENCE might still get the draw. I'm completely wrong. I mistaken the scoreline on hltv.org. I'm sorry for that. So NiP wasn't on the winning round. It's still in there for ENCE if they take this one, and Alu needs to step up. He doesn't have that amount of frags. Revisor opens up the round though on Forrest. Let's take a quick peek. Alu only one frag. That's really unusual for him. Exist only got 5 there on NiP side. But Alu needs to step up a little, and if he would be in the form that he is usually, they surely would have won that match already. Man, look at him. He's really eager to get some frags. Scoping up middle. Not seeing anyone though. NiP is hiding away after losing Forest. They don't wanna extend too much. They go for the crossfire setups and for a really deep setup, so they can call for the reinforcements and have some time to rotate as well. Maybe B is not the wise choice to take here, because Freiburg and Exist have a really nice crossfire here, and they work together perfectly. Freiburg with the first frag. Now he hides away. Now it's Exist's time. Sunny gets a frag onto Freiburg. Revisor with a frag onto Exist, and it's a 4v2. Get Right gets caught off guard by the rotation, and Joas is there to receive him. He's down to 19 HP already, battling against Joas. He's caught here in the middle of the action. Fiflaren has to work alone on the B-bomb side. Get Right can't really reinforce him. He's still looking for Joas. Finally Joas gets a frag onto Get Right. Fiflaren alone on the bomb side, and Sunny takes it to overtime for ENCE against NiP to reach overtime. Oh my god. And it's so amazing to be casting this. Let's take a look at the scoreline. Sunny and Joes with 14 and 12. On the other hand, Fiflaren and Get Right 19 and 13. Forest made it to the 3rd place with 12. And only Exist and Alu not in the shape at the moment. And we probably need a reconnect here. But what is happening? I didn't expect ENCE to take more than 10 rounds against NiP. And this is really cool to see that they can stand a fight against the best team in the world in this online cup. I have to say it's an online cup, but well, oh, what is there? And And yes, we are in overtime, guys. Ence against NiP in overtime. With a stand-in, they managed to take NiP to a 15-15 scoreline. And we are still waiting for the broadcast to start. On the overtime, of course. Come on, load up. Give us some action. This was thrilling. And finally, we are back in the game. So back in action with the overtime of NiP against Ence. After a great round that was won by Ence. And I thought NiP won the match already, because I have mistaken the hltv.org scoreline. But yeah, Ence was able to draw it back from a 15-14 scoreline to a 15-15. So I'm not quite sure why I was using the term draw it back, but I just tuned in the second half, in the last few rounds, and we are still waiting for the Ence players to join the server. And NiP will surely pull out one or two strategies to win that game. I would at least try to, in their position, just use some of the old school stuff, not the over-timed, well thought out strategies that they might be using in DreamHack Winter. But I think they have loads of stuff up their sleeves, and I think Exist is capable of pulling off some stuff just by imagining what would be next and best in the next rounds. But I'm curious what Ence is able to do. Maybe Joes is calling for them or something like that. And they will, well, the community will go mad if they win. Talking of Ence, because of Joel's probably. Like onliner, LAN dodger, blah blah blah. Still, well, after that match, he should show up at some LAN to verify his skills. And yeah, so NiP TV finally switched to the game. They've got 6,000 viewers. I've got 23. Still, it is a lot of fun to be casting this match. And maybe we can get another. I doubt that I could stream any more matches after this one, because of the officials taking over. And yeah, ESL TV and NiP TV, of course, have the right to be casting the semi-finals and the final. And since I've got to work tomorrow, I will leave after that match. But let's get going with the overtime between... oh no, it's not live. Is it live? No, it's not. So we're not going with the overtime as of yet. still waiting for the 3 restarts. Old school stuff. And tell your friends, subscribe if you like my casting. For future casts and highlights, just push the button and you get a notification as soon as I change anything on my channel. It's really worth the 1 click, and I would be really thankful for the 50th follower in my life. But we take it away with the first round between Ence and NiP in the round of the last 8 in the EMS Raidcall Fall Cup number 3. And NiP was struggling, obviously, otherwise they wouldn't be in an overtime against Ence. The Finns against the Swedes. And I would be so nervous. I couldn't hold my breath. Alu with the first frag of the round. That's exactly what we wanted to see all the time. Alu only had 2 frags in the second half. Now he goes down to Forest. But still, he had an important frag here in this round. Xati with another one onto Forest. But Exist equalizes. Makes it a 3v2. Revice and Joas have it all to do now. But Joe is already on the A-bomb side. He gets taken out by Exist. And Get Right takes out Revicer in the middle. Unlucky for Ence, they couldn't capitalize on the first frag by Alu. Maybe he should have repositioned himself like that. He was kinda easy to spy by Forest. But still, they are far away from out of the game. And NiP going for the 3-man B stack. The initial some sort of aggression faking stuff there, and Ence with some nice timed grenades into middle. They push in, they wait, and now they get killed by Get Right. Alu though with a frag, with a refrag. Another important frag by him. Sunny is taken out though. Freiber gets killed by Revicer, and the main attack is happening over at B, and the fake completely worked. Alu is still over there in the smoke. Oh, Forest with a nice lucky spray through the smoke took him out, but it's a 3v3 and the bomb is planted. Now NiP has to retake the bomb site. And Xati, stop looking at the heaven. You better start killing people here. And Fivlaren is around the corner. Fivlaren takes him out on the push. Revicer now in a bad position, to be honest, but he gets the frag onto Exist. Now he can't switch positions. He gets killed by Fivlaren, and Joas is all alone on the back of the bomb site. NiP pushes forward together, and Forest gets the defuse. Fivlaren with 2 important frags in ruins, and the other one onto Xati, onto Revicer, I should say, who was holding himself quite nicely in the bomb site. But Jules was not able to support him good enough from the position that he took in the corner. Still, Ence got the bomb planted. Money isn't an issue in the overtime, of course. NiP taking it 2-0. I'm not quite sure if it is a 3-round overtime or a 5-round overtime. Forest getting the first frag onto Joas. He's down to 31 HP though, and nobody is there for the refrag. Fivlaren supporting him, catching the Xati off guard and lagging around quite hard. Is Fivlaren here? Or it's my PC. No, it's not my PC. Sunny in middle, spying through the smoke. He catches a glimpse of Exist, I think. Freiber gets a frag, and Fivlaren with another one. Now Sunny in the middle, but he gets killed by Exist on the push. 3-0. And Ence not able to convert a single round so far into their favor. Now they need to look at the money. And they need 2 rounds of this half. it is obviously a 5-round half. So they are desperate to win this one. And let's see if Alu is once more the initial fragger. And he gets a frag onto Fiflaren. 4 on 5. Get right instantly on the rotation. Exist there as well. Alu still in boiler room balcony area. And Joes is covering him very nicely with a frag onto Forest. A 3v5 now in favor of the terrorists, and they simply wait out the CTs now. 1 minute on the clock. And Freiburg all alone at B. Now he pushes down Banana. He can call for his teammate. It's a sure thing that they will push A. Reviser gets killed by Freiburg straight away, as if he knew that he was sitting there. Freiburg on the back push. Now the terrorists have to hurry up. Get right with 2 amazing frags. Sunny finally silences him forever. Alu with another one onto Exist. A really important one. He could have made it a 2v1 in either favor. Freiburg though from the back gets the frag onto Alu, and Sunny is now hiding away in the bomb spot. Intelligently turning away from the flash, but Freiburg has spied him. He pushes him. He's out of ammo, and Sunny gets a frag, desperately spraying at the legs of Freiburg, and the recoil did its job, pulling his gun up and getting the bullets into the body. Ence with the first round of the overtime on the board. 3-1 now in favor of NiP still. But Ence might, if they get the second round, they might stand a chance. Exati is damaged by this nade. This early nade into middle, but not too much damage there. 70 HP left for him. Fiflaren with another nade though. Exati is the lucky one to catch that once more. Down to 30 HP, so just 2 more and he's dead. Or even 1. Sunny gets uncautious, sprays into apartments, nothing there. Still a 5v5, 1 minute left. NiP sticking back, trying to get the edge onto Ence, but Alu with another first frag onto Fiflaren. Exist onto Sunny, Xati onto Exist, Forest onto Alu, and it's a 3v3. Frags being exchanged like mad on B and A. And look at the bodies on the floor. Xati with 4 HP, he ate another nade, and Get Right with awesome positioning gets 2 frags, and Forest finishes off the round. 4-1 the scoreline for NiP now, and I think we get a restart. Yes, we should get a restart. Yeah. So Ence only 1 round of those 5 going into their favor, but now they are on the CT side. Maybe they can make it happen as the blue guys, while NiP should feel really confident now in winning this game and pulling it back in the end. Double nade into Bananas didn't do that much damage. And a 3-2 split by the CTs. Normal setup there. Alu picked up the AWP for the first round. The terrorists nowhere to be seen as of yet. They're sneaking down into the apartments. They've got 1 in middle and 1 more or less fake in B. Now the rotation by the CTs comes in. Exist drops down. Fiflaren gets killed. Sunny with a double kill gets killed by Forest. It's a 3v3 now, and Alu's still with the AWP at Library. Gets killed by Forest. Just look at that shot, as if he had his head already in his crosshairs all the time. Xati drops a flaming Mo into the pit and gets a frag as well onto Freiburg. Reviser Answers onto Freiburg, was it? Exist now alone against two CTs. Anxiety with a spray, desperately just holding down the button while his teammate was defusing, and they succeeded in defusing the bomb, taking it to a 2-4 scoreline in the overtime. And NiP, well, had a 3v2 situation, and you would expect them to take it, but Revice and Anxiety worked together really good and won the round. So maybe NiP gets annoyed sometime soon, but they should be too professional. Alu just pushed the button, and another one. Forest and Exist go down to Alu's AWP. Finally he's there. Finally he's in the shape that we want him to have. And really, if you have been looking or watching Alu, he's a beast with the AWP, and it's always a pleasure to see him. And especially against NiP in those close quarter fights that you would expect those seasoned veterans to win, he's just, you know, shivering, making me shiver as soon as I see him scoping up. Now the terrorists are making the way. Oh my god, another frag by Alu onto Get Right, and Fiflaren now all alone at B. He's got the bomb on his back, but it's burning in front of him. He can't pass, and Reviser takes him out. A 2k for Reviser. Alu with 3 kills, doing a great job here on the second half of the overtime, and he had a great first half already as well on the terrorist side, even though Ence was only able to win 1 round out of this. They are now on a 3-4 scoreline, and NiP don't look too strong anymore. Ence 2 rounds away from drawing it once more. And they are going with some fancy strategies as well. They have a 3-man B stack. And Alu gets the first frag. He even pushes forward for another one, and he gets the second one. Oh my god, Forrest was standing there. He had his eyes pinned down, but Alu was too quick for him this time. And now it's a 3v5 in favor of the CTs. The grenade of Joas didn't do any damage, and in fact he gets caught off guard. Fiflaren takes him out rather easily, taking 7 damage though, taken down to 7 HP, and Get Right with a double kill. But Sunny on top of that roof gets a 2-man, and Fiflaren is suddenly all alone. 7 HP left for him. They have a nade. Sunny has a nade. Just toss it there, take him out. But Alu is sent forward with the AWP. Sunny with 19 HP has to stick back a little bit and try to stay alive. Fiflaren spies Alu. Alu knows that Fiflaren tries to push him, but he's running out of time, and now he can push in. Fiflaren doesn't have the time to plant the bomb. Very intelligent play by Ence. They stayed away from him, avoided being killed. And Sunny with 3 and Alu with 2 kills. Ence drawing the game 4-4. And they only need 6 rounds, so they only need 2 more to win the match. On the other hand, NiP just needs to win 1 round, and they are on a draw again and advance to the next overtime. Reviser though, Anxiety with 1 frag each. Anxiety with another one though in the B bomb site, making it a 2v4, and the bomb is lost in front of the CTs. They know exactly where it is. Joas is pushing in from the side, from the back. Sunny with another one. He's really on fire now as well, and Joas taking out Exist from behind. Nice play by Ence. 4-0 now in this half. of the of the overtime. Great play by them. And if they win this one, they advance to the next round and knock NiP out in this Raidcall EMS 1 Cup number 3. And the smoke failed by the terrorists. So Alu has free reign into the middle. Now he decides to smoke it himself. And he's quite... no, he's not paranoid. He just turned away for the flashes. NiP going for a more methodical setup this time. They're taking positions in apartments and holding them for now. Still 1 minute 5 left on the clock. And they are yet to make a real move. Nobody took any damage. Ence, NiP is playing with their nerves. Ence is still holding their positions. Nobody got an early call or some rotation in there. They just stay where they are and go with the flow. And Joes will be the go-to guy in the situation. Alu with the first frag once more. Joes sprays away. Alu with another one. Alu with a third one. Oh my god, what is this? Alu on fire with the AWP. Joes goes down to get right. Fivlaren pushes Alu. It's a 2v2 now. Fivlaren goes to work onto Revisor. Can't really capitalize on him. He's still got 15 HP left. Fivlaren with 34. And the bomb is planted. The CTs have to retake this for the win. For the win against NiP. Get right is behind that corner. Xati with a frag onto Fivlaren. Revisor doesn't know where Get right is, and Xati gets 2 frags on the retake and they win the match. NiP is out of the game, out of the cup. Ence take it. Well, they take it 6-4 in the overtime. So an overall score of 21-19. What a game. What a match. What an evening.